Today I'm reviewing this DJI Osmo Nano. The camera comes in two parts. The camera itself is very small with just one on-off button and start-stop recording button. And it has a magnetic mount with electronic contact to the multifunction vision dock. So this dock attached to the camera by a magnetic mount and also mechanical fingers that when you press on the side button, it would expand and connect it to the Nano camera. The camera is charged through the docking station, and when the two connected together, it has a maximum recording time of 200 minutes. And when detached from the docking station, it can record up to 90 minutes. The camera has a maximum resolution of 4K 60 frames per second. It has a color profile. You could input D-Log-M. This is a DJI LUT control function. When shooting by itself, this camera can go underwater up to 10 meters. However, the docking station is only splash proof and cannot go underwater. So here I'm going to show you some of the function that is available from the camera control. And I'm just going to turn on the docking station here. So swipe down. I can have, this is a custom function which I could save different custom setup to this button here. So for the camera setting, here you could set up single press or double press for different shooting mode. And then for the multifunction vision dock, it's double press for setting up different modes. And then for the shooting mode, there is photo, video, and there are 4 different shooting functions: super night, slow motion, time lapse, hyperlapse, and then this is a playback button for the recorded video footage. For the mic function, you could connect DJI mics directly without the receiver and pair it to the Nano through Bluetooth. Very convenient. And here setup for the camera, for different setup, for timer shooting, built-in audio backup, underwater, color corrections, USB mode, wireless connection, bit rate, sound, LED, reference line for the grid, auto power on off, and horizontal calibration, storage, and language. So here's the screen brightness, a lock screen, so I got to swipe up to open it again. And here is the voice control. You could control the on-off, start recording, stop recording, take pictures, and shut down. So this is an auto recording setup. You could program to have 2 hand claps. Double knot your head when the camera is on your baseball cap. Or you could have a customized power off on function to start auto recording. So it also has internal memory, which is 128 gig, or you could insert a TF card, which is located on the side compartment here. Up to 512 gigabyte. And here, this is a charging port USB-C. It is also a data transfer port when connected to your computer. So here are some more camera functions for video. I could touch this icon here and then I can have this advanced setting, auto or manual exposure, auto or manual white balance, glamour effect on and off, colors profile D-Lock M, stabilization, and then endurance mode and image adjustment. Now, if I go to camera setting, and I have 3 different adjustments. These are the accessories that come with the DJI Osmo Nano. It has a silicone protective shell with matching electronic contact for connecting into the docking station. It has a suction cup mount. You could use this for a dash cam on your car windshield. Here is a magnetic lanyard that you could wear around your neck and behind your shirt to connect the Osmo, like so. It's very strong magnetic hole. And this is the data transfer cable and charging cable. And here I have a baseball cap mount. Insert this into the visor and then connect the camera on the top, and you could swivel the camera angle 90 degrees pointing up to horizontal. If this is the first DJI camera, you can go to the DJI.com website and download the Mimo app to your iPhone, and then through the step-by-step instruction, you should go to pair the camera with the docking station and also to the iPhone, and then upgrade the firmware as required. And after that, you're good to go. I'm going to show you some footage outdoor shooting. This is set at 4K 60 frames per second, and the stabilization is set to rock steady. Okay, some fast action moving. This is mounting the camera on the windshield as a dash cam. Right now is set to super night mode at 4K 60 frames per second. It is not completely dark, it's just evening lighting. Okay, this is really dark now. There is no street light. There is some floodlight from the other house about 100 yards away.
This DJI Osmo Nano is a powerful yet compact action camera, which makes capturing stabilized footage feel fun, whether it's simply vlogging or hiking outdoors. Let's take a closer look at how it performs. It relies on a magnetic double-sided clamp, which fits onto the Osmo or its display and can be attached using the included suction cup or wearable lanyard. When it comes to vlogging, the Osmo Nano does take a bit of getting used to, since it snaps together magnetically to its screen underneath, which is reversible. Yet, what's neat is the Osmo Nano can also live stream camera footage to its display even when detached. Native resolution is 4K on this camera, even at 60 FPS high frame rates, letting me capture slow-mo footage, which comes in handy for fast action scenes like while mountain biking. However, this can be toggled down to 30 FPS to reduce storage, which is a mix of onboard 128 gigs of flash and extendable using a micro SD card slot on the display itself. What's neat is that this camera still lets me toggle advanced control over the exposure settings, despite its sensor having an HDR feel on the footage from its wider dynamic range. While it's an action camera for filming, this DJI Osmo can also take static pictures at 40 megapixel resolution, but in a more traditional 4:3 aspect ratio, turning into a traditional point and shoot for travel photography. Durability-wise, it feels rugged, being able to handle shocks and even 10 meters of underwater submersion. However, the same can't be said for the display, since only the camera itself is designed to be waterproof. Another thing to consider is the wide angle of its lens. While it's a fun way to capture a larger field of view, there was a noticeable amount of distortion creating a fisheye effect. This lens is adjustable but with slight compromises as it shifts both optically and dewarps digitally despite capturing 4K resolution, causing a subtle loss in video quality. There's a couple small compromises this Osmo Nano makes, ergonomics of grasping onto it being one of them, along with the lack of quarter-inch tripod mountable mechanism. It's a fun nano camera nonetheless, for vlogging or outdoor adventures. Here's a look at some of the footage captured on this DJI Osmo Nano to see how the audio feels, along with adjustable lens focal length and stabilization modes.
This is a quick review of the DJI Osmo Nano, and just to let you know what I have used when it comes to DJI cameras, well, quite a lot. I've had the Pocket 1, the Pocket 2, both which I've sold. I then upgraded to the Pocket 3, which is my go-to camera because it's just, the quality is phenomenal. And I had the Osmo, DJI Osmo, which was the previous version of this, which was a fantastic camera as well. The problem with that was it was a little bit bulky, so I saw a good warehouse offer for the Osmo Nano, and I decided to get it. And I have to say, this is the first test with it. So far, looking at the screen, it looks very good. Why do I want another camera is the question. Well, for my TikTok videos, for my YouTube videos, I like the feature on the Pocket 3, which does the nice blurred effect, or that bokeh effect. But this camera is really small, and I mean, what I like about it is I have it in my hand and people can hardly see it. So when I want to do different recordings, I can actually just put it in my hand. It doesn't have the bokeh effect, but so far the clarity of it looks amazing. I love that it has the little screen that you can monitor yourself as well, and it's inconspicuous. And where I see myself using this quite a lot is going to be when I travel. And I want to do my first big test in Ireland, because one of the things that you can do is you can take the camera and you can attach it to your clothes, or you can attach it to your hat. Now, with the hat, I'm not too sure, because I would always be afraid that somebody would actually grab the hat and then they would run away. Now, here's the good thing. I'm walking by a building, and even if people were to look out, it doesn't look as if I'm actually filming because the camera's so small. So, very good camera. We'll see the results when I upload them to the review, but so far I have to say it looks very, very impressive.